They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now Winston. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. This is intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
14. Chargers, nothing. Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Charger drive about to get going. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Winston. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. Going deep here for Allen. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack.
14 brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game. And now this time an interception return for another score. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 21-0.
21. Chargers, nothing. Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. Here's Richie James on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. A give to Elliott. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Third and long. It's Wilson. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Elliott able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it's Elliott. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Flush to his right. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Zerline now for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
It's the score, Cowboys 28, Chargers 0. Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away.
Get down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They'll start out here with the option left. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Give Uchenna Nwosu the credit for the stuff. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down, Dallas.
Play action. It's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Russell Wilson. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Chargers 6.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's
that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about...
And the pressure gets to him again.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And got his man complete. 20. Touchdown, L.A. Richie James, 95 yards. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Winston to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Zerline now for the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Cowboys 42, Chargers 14.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Now James returning. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Charger drive about to get going. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. Touchdown! Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Cowboys add on. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Cowboys 49, Chargers 14. Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Here's James. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going,
as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play. Meanwhile, Winston's throw there complete to Allen.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Jameis to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. James has got it. Complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Winston. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To the air again with Winston. He finds his target, Allen. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Steps away. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. Oh, wide open, complete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for him. So what's the approach here in the second?
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Derwin James with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Following the interception, Winston. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught by Williams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And down inside the 15 he goes.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll run here with Eckler.
It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Winston. Flushed out right. And complete right side to Cook. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. A handoff, it's Eckler. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. To throw is Winston. Escapes the sack. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
A 1st down throw for Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Now James returning.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2. 3 buzz. 3 buzz. Mike 42.
Winston now to throw on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think
and Winston lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 47 yards. And the Cowboys capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Zerline good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead.
Chargers 20.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Here's James.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in.
He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chargers.
Austin Eckler.
An 80-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to get a score back. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. They find some open field here. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
62 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from a yard out.
And the Cowboys have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Now James returning.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. He'll buy some time right. He finds his man, complete. It's James. There he goes, right side. Touchdown. Richie James, 83 yards.
And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit.
Now here's Winston as his guys will line up and go for the two-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it.
And the Chargers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now Wilson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Joseph on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Cowboys on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be third and a mile. Play action. Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked off by the rookie Asante Samuel. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Winston now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Winston flushed to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Here's James.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 12. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Zerline now for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Cowboys 84, Chargers 36.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now James returning.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Back to it after the pick six. Winston forced out to his left. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, start the bus, because they think this one is over.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter. And this is a unit that certainly...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ochena Nwosu in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Wilson. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. 30. 10. And he will get into the end zone. Another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2. And that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows?
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
They're going to try and run. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the two-point conversion.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
Yep. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Wilson wants to throw it on the move to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now on third and forever, he'll look to throw. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked off by the rookie Asante Samuel.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. James has got it, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cowboys, they did what they needed to do. They split their first two